can't see in the dark, you need Infrared Radio.
Okay, then you say this with me, girl. We were born for this. We were born for this. Alright, so you think you're ready. Okay, then you say this with me, girl. We were born for this. 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 We were born for. We were born for.
And this... I cut that off. Oops. All right, everybody. Welcome to Infrared Radio. I'm Greg. That's Deb.
Hi.
We're back.
Yay. Finally.
Finally.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
Been a ride.
It's been... Yeah, it has, actually.
Our lives are like that, aren't they?
They are.
What the actual is that all about?
What'd you get ready to say? What the actual fizzle?
You think?
We'll say fizzle.
That's all I said. I mean, I don't know. This last 2 years of both of our lives have just been crazy.
Been exactly crazy.
Mm-mm. Oh well. I see a light at the end of the tunnel.
Me too, and it's in Florida.
Here's the sunlight, yeah.
It's in Florida.
And mine is just getting out of the bedroom.
Right.
Off the sick bed. So, yay! Oh, boy.
Yeah, you, so everybody knows you're still in recovery.
Yeah,
sorta.
so, pardon my makeup. Today is not so hot.
I'm like, okay, where is she going to go with that? Where is she
I don't
going?
know. I'm not on the
There it
painkillers
is.
anymore. I can't blame it on that. What did you call those, pink fuzzies or something like that?
They used to be pink fuzzies when they used to have the, it wasn't Demerol, what was it called? Darvocet.
Oh, yeah.
The Darvocets were pink, and we called those a pink fuzzy.
They don't even make those anymore, do they?
No, they took it off the market because it was killing people.
That's,
Imagine that.
they all,
crap, right?
well, yeah, if you take 50 of them, that's going to kill you.
You know, this is no lie. And this has absolutely nothing to do with the paranormal whatsoever, other than probably how I was feeling at the time. Back before I had back surgery in 2001, we got my script filled for Vicodin. And I was in so much pain that, I shot through them like candy. It was like popping gummy bears.
Is,
right?
That's what I say.
Exactly. And I went to go have it filled again, and the pharmacist who I worked with at that particular drugstore during high school and a little bit after, she's like, dude, I can't fill this. You've gone through it so quick that there's no possible way that I can fill it without a flag being thrown on it. I'm like, dude, you just really don't understand what kind of pain I'm in. It wasn't 2 days later I was at the hospital, and the day after that having surgery, but still,
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was going to say is that, damn sons of guns, they unplugged me up. I'm like, put the stopper in. It's like a bear going to hibernation in the winter. I was like, son of a biscuit.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No, so that's why I don't like opiates like that.
Well, I don't like them just because I don't like being out of control. I'm already bad enough when I'm in control. So that's why I don't get drunk.
Yeah.
Because I already can be outrageous, sober, drunk. I can be in jail. And I don't want to do that. So I try to avoid that too. I just like being in control, and I don't like being in pain. I don't like either one. I don't like pain, but I don't like being doped up, so I'm in a quandary. So I just usually lay in bed and cry for days, and then, like I said to you on the phone the other day, I just want to stab people.
Right. I just want to stab them in their eye.
I just want to stab somebody right now.
I guess this is kind of on a paranormal level, because I found that when I was on the painkillers, I was on an ass load of painkillers because they were trying to figure out what to make it stop hurting.
Yeah.
And but I felt more open and in tune to paranormal things.
Right.
I don't know. I guess people could argue the fact that, dude, you were high. So you were just hallucinating and hearing things and whatnot. But I never found myself so terribly out of control while taking the painkillers that I lost my mental faculties as far as being cognitive of what everything around me. Now, what they
Right.
did do for me is they made me run my mouth unstopped for the time I
Be sure
took
to
it.
register
Uh-oh.
your copy of Sam
Yeah.
at
Yeah. Shut
www.spatialaudio.com.
up. See, that's why
Sweet.
there's an explanation behind that little tidbit too. But anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, I would chatter until they crashed, started to crash, and then I was out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just made me. I would hear things and I would see more things.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I mean, it could be, for a skeptical person would say, well, dude, that's just because you were stoned on painkillers. But I mean, have you found that while taking the pain pills that you were more aware of the paranormal stuff going on around you?
Well, you know what? Funny that you should say that because I was just thinking about this the other day. I've been through 4 surgeries in the last year for personal reasons, and none of them have been easy. They've all been hard, and I'm no spring chicken. And, every time I've been through this, there have been moments that I have encountered throughout my recoveries where I thought maybe I was getting ready to die. It hurt that bad or something weird was
Right.
happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I passed and I was all right. But, at my age, I know, I probably know as many dead people as I do living people at this point, and I started thinking about all those people that I loved and that I've always been close to that are gone now.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking to myself, do you know what I'm going through? Are you here with me? Because I felt like I felt somebody
Mm-hmm.
with me. And there have been several times in the last few days when I've laid in bed at night. And now, like I told you earlier on our conversation, I'm back. Today was my first day without any pain medicine at all.
Mm-hmm.
For the last week, I've only been taking 1 dose of it when I go to bed
Mm-hmm.
to try and help me sleep. Because, I can get through the pain. The pain is to the level now where I can get through it during the day as long as I keep moving and stay busy. And, it's uncomfortable, but you know what I mean? I can get through it and just trying to get sleep because I got to go back to work on Monday.
Right.
So I'm just trying to get good sleep. But so I'd be like taking my medicine and then laying there. And I know the medicine has not really even kicked in yet. You know what I mean? So I'm not actually under the influence of the pain medicine at this point when I'm laying there with my eyes closed, trying to be comfortable and relax. And I feel what feels like a hand rubbing my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of times it actually felt like somebody kissed me on the cheek or rubbed my cheek like this,
Right.
And I'm in my mind, I'm thinking about the people that I love that have crossed over, whom I know would be wanting to take care of me and did when they were alive,
Right. Yeah.
And knowing that they're there and I feel them, and that the feeling was a literal, real sensation, a real feeling, like a real hand was touching me, not fleeting or wishful thinking. It literally felt like someone touched me. The first few times that it happened, I actually opened my eyes because I thought my husband had come into the room,
Mm-hmm.
which he has been known to do. He'll come in and check on me, and I'll be laying there. I won't be asleep, but my eyes will be closed. And,
Right.
and
Be sure to register your copy of Sam
And so
at
when I-
www.spatialaudio.com.
This has
You'll
been
feel
happening
warm and
all along.
squishy inside once you do.
I've got to the point now where here just at this afternoon I thought, maybe I'm gonna break out the old the Zoom again and see what's up.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of time to lay around in bed and watch some TV and catch up on some paranormal TV that I haven't been able to really watch much of, being a second shifter,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I've been watching this one that I hadn't seen before called Paranormal Lockdown. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
It's a guy and a girl, probably in their mid to late 20s, early 30s. I don't know, and they get themselves locked down in places like asylums and all the old haunts.
Right. Yeah.
For it's like 3 days.
Really.
Yeah, and then it's just them, those two, and a camera dude.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, I saw. I don't know how much of it's,
Fabricated.
whipped up Hollywood. I don't know.
Right.
It seemed authentic.
Mm-hmm.
A cameraman actually got so upset that he left
Wow.
because he started getting bite marks on his back, and it looked like they were just right appearing in front of you with the camera, and it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And the EVPs that they've played on this show, I've been more impressed with
Yeah.
than on other shows like Paranormal Witness and, of course, our favorite Zach Baggins and the
Right.
Ghost Adventures group. So, yes. And they had a piece of equipment. What was it called? It was called, I think it said Ghost Box on the front, but it was like nothing that, it was different than the things I'd seen before.
Yeah.
It was larger. It kind of had the front of it had wood grain, like kind of reminded me of my old Pinto Woody wagon, kind of wood grain on it. But
Right.
the voice on it, I'm not sure exactly what was the principle behind this piece of equipment, but it interested me. You know how I am about that stuff.
Right.
I'll work a Saturday overtime to get the money to buy me something. But,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to find this, and I can't seem to find this piece of equipment they had anywhere. I was so impressed with the EVPs that came through it. It wasn't that electronic, obulous, weird stuff. I mean, it was cool. If anybody out there who's watching this or listening to this can clue me in on what that might be, shoot us an email. Give them the email address, Craig.
Staff NPR at gmail.com or WPGPradio@gmail.com.
Yeah, because I would buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Well, I wonder if it was
EVPs are my thing anyway.
right. Did it record as well?
No, they recorded it on their secondary recorders, I do believe. But
I wonder if it wasn't
and it
a
had an
puck.
antenna on it too.
Really?
I don't know what it was, and it was probably the size of maybe the size of a cable. You know how the new Xfinity cable boxes are?
Yeah.
About that footprint, only
Okay.
taller.
Okay.
Kind of remind me of a rotor box, old time rotor box for an antenna, only maybe a little bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the dial illuminated, and there were 2 or 3 knobs on it, and there was some built-in speakers on it, and it had an antenna, and it was wood grain. And I was so impressed with the quality of the EVPs. It was like nothing I've heard before, and I would love to get my hands on one of those.
Right.
But yeah, I've been feeling kind of paranormal-ish here lately. Just feeling things around me. I don't know. My body is on fire right now. I am not kidding you. It has gone through the mill so much that I think every single molecule in my body is protesting. I mean, for real. I mean, I can't even put a Band-Aid on my skin for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But my skin will turn purple and raise up and burn like fire, and I got to get it off.
Oh,
Even
wow.
for sensitive skin, and the paper tape that I always used to use on gauze pads,
Mm-hmm.
can't use it.
No
Set
crap.
me on fire.
Wow.
My body is on hyperdrive.
Yeah.
My molecules are like freaked out. My whole body is like, and even my stitches.
Mm-hmm.
I have dissolvable stitches internal,
Uh-huh.
on these arms.
Yeah.
My body is pushing these stitches out one at a time,
Wow.
and I'm pulling them out with my fingernails.
Oh, shut the front
And they're
door.
supposed to be dissolving inside of me. But
Right.
my body is pushing them out. So something's going on with my body physically right now. It's like hypersensitive, super
Uh-huh.
drive. And so I'm wondering if there is a connection between the physical hyperness of my body right now and my ability to feel and see almost some things paranormal around me. I was laying in bed the other night and I was in there by myself and I was wide awake. It wasn't like I was asleep at all. And I had the TV on very low. I was trying to watch a little television. And I lay there, closed my eyes for a minute. And you know how when someone's laying next to you and you hear the breathing, that slow, rhythmic in and out, in and out? I
Yeah.
started to hear that. And I thought, did Dave get in bed next to me? I didn't notice him because, I mean, we have a huge bed. Maybe I dozed off and didn't realize it and he climbed in bed. I rolled around and there was nobody there. And I looked around the room and I closed my eyes again and I could still hear it. It was like someone was laying next to me, breathing rhythmically in and out. And listening to it there, and I wasn't afraid that
Yeah.
no time on any of these experiences I'm having did I ever feel any kind of fear at all or panicking at all. Only felt comfort.
Hmm.
And, you know, I'm laying there listening to this rhythmic breathing. I'm like, well, it's not Dave. Who could this be? What is this? And as I listened to it, you know, it almost like hypnotized me into feeling relaxed. I started to follow in, I started to breathe in the same rhythmic breathing, the same breath, the rhythm as the breath that I heard. And when I did, I relaxed. I felt calmer and my pain lessened. And then I got to thinking, was that on purpose? Why that happened? You know? It was just amazing. And I fell asleep. I mean, it so did not scare me that I fell
Right.
asleep. So whatever is around me is definitely loving right now. And I could think of at least 2 or 3 people that I know who've actually cared for me when they were alive.
Right.
And I was in need of being cared for after major surgeries. One of my friends, Tim, God love him, he flew all the way up from Florida and stayed with me for 2 weeks when I had my back surgery. Even though I have a husband, you know,
Right.
that could help me, he felt so compelled that he wanted to come and be there and help. And he did. I mean, he's like a brother to me. And I'm sure my husband really appreciated it because he did everything for me pretty much.
Right.
Dave didn't have to do much of anything. And he was working at the time, so it made it easier on Dave.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you know,
So-
'cause that's hard.
So
And back
on-
surgery is hard enough. And then,
Yeah.
you know, when your only person that cares for you has to go to work.
Yeah.
So it
it's
was
rough.
a blessing. But
Yeah. I'm playing with the. So you guys know what's going on in the video. I'm messing around with different screens because I can set up different screens and whatnot. So just stick with us. Have you noticed?
We're in a learning curve here right now. We're all kind of
Right.
new. We'll settle into a groove and be awesome. So don't.
Right. Yeah. The reason that you heard the Sam Broadcaster thing in the background earlier, just so we can establish, I upgraded to Windows 10, and my Sam Broadcaster I had worked on Windows 7 doesn't work on Windows 10 because of the database, the way the database is set up. So I got to figure out my SQL before I can actually bring over that version of Sam Broadcaster to this PC. So I had to download the Windows 10 version. It's a little different, and I don't have the activation code in it. Buy Sam Broadcaster, blah, blah, blah. So that's why we heard that. Now, I've noticed that in the past when I was taking like the pain meds and whatnot, that I would see almost as much as I would hear. So I mean, I would like see shadows, and I would see
Oh,
things
yeah.
fly behind me. I would see, and this is going to sound weird. Excuse me, spaghetti. I would see glowing eyes.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and they would be like above the television, almost behind the television, but above it, and the television is next to the wall.
Huh.
You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what that was about, but I mean, it just, and it was nothing like I said, like you said. I mean, it was nothing necessarily scary,
Right.
but it was something like, holy, okay,
Like, what?
What the hell was that? Let me get out
Yeah.
a recorder. Let me get out and try to get a camera or something. And it just, it's just mind blowing. And like I said, I mean, I've thought about it a lot. Is it because that I was so high on medication that I was hallucinating a little bit? But I've never been one to be that level of crazy while taking the pain meds. You know what I mean? So I don't.
No, I think maybe some of it is, well, when we're in our darkest hours in life, we're not alone.
Mhm.
And maybe sometimes we don't realize that because we're so overwhelmed and so blinded by our own misery, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we get lost in it and we don't realize that in those times, that's when the people that love us over, that have passed over, and guardian angels, whatever we want to call them, are there.
Mhm.
And and the pain medicine maybe takes away that distraction of the pain and misery enough to you can notice
Yeah.
that, just like I said, I really wasn't even the meds hadn't even kicked in yet, and I'm seeing these things, feeling these sensations of people, stroking my shoulders and my face and kissing my forehead and brushing my hair and hearing the breathing that led me. I mean, it was like they were doing it to make sure I would hear it and follow suit because this was how they could help me without actually touching me, but get me to breathe like them, and it worked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that maybe when you're in your darkest hours, when you're in your pain and you're going through trauma and things, you're not alone. I can
Right.
tell you for a fact, when my late husband died, the night that he died, I went back to the hotel after everything was over. The house was buttoned down. I got back from the emergency room. The kids were with my parents. I went back to the hotel room alone. And I was, of course, still in shock.
Right.
And I laid down on the bed on my side and I started crying.
Mhm.
And I was still, in shock. My husband had just died at 6:30 that night, and I'm thinking this is probably about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And they gave me a shot of Vistaril in the emergency room to calm me down. So I was under the influence of anti-anxiety medication. Wasn't anything intense,
Mhm.
but took the edge off. And I'm laying there in bed crying, thinking about what had happened. And I seriously, literally felt the weight of a body lay behind me, like spoon me.
Right.
I felt arms wrap around me.
Uh-oh. We might have froze up. Yes, we did. We froze up. So, anyway, you guys are listening here to us on WPGP Radio Digital Broadcasting in Augusta. We're going to get Deb back in just 1 second. Maybe. It's weird, though. I mean, when you think about it, and Deb and I, we talk about some crazy things sometimes. And it always seems like when we start talking and getting really deep into the conversation, be it, paranormal or UFO, there's always something that messes with the broadcast. And one of the interesting things that I've noticed is that it's not just with this show. That is actually with quite a few other shows and is more on the UFO side.
Hello?
Hello, you're back.
What happened?
I have no idea. You were talking, and then all of a sudden, you were gone.
Wow. Okay, well, where did I end?
You felt somebody lay down and wrap their arms around you.
Okay, yeah, I felt the weight of a body lay down. Wrapped my arms around me. I felt its warmth come over my body.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not afraid because as soon as I felt the warmth flood over me, I felt peace and calm. and I fell right to sleep.
Mhm.
And I didn't wake up until the next day. But, I mean, granted, I had received a shot of anti-anxiety medicine, and I know I've had it before, and it does make you feel, one, it starts kicking in. You just get this warm feeling
Right.
that floods over you. But that does not explain the weight and sensation of a body laying down next to me.
Right.
The warmth of a body pressing up against my back, and warm arms wrapping around my shoulders and arms and holding me.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know whether that was my late husband. I don't know whether it was my angel. I don't know whether it was Jesus. I don't know who it was. Whoever it was, though, I was grateful, and I just fell asleep.
Right.
It was like they took my burden for long enough for me to rest.
Yeah.
You know, and then I told you the story about, you know, in the emergency room when he died, you know, that guy came in
Oh
to tell me.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I had had that experience earlier in the night.
Mhm.
And in retrospect, I felt as if that was my guardian angel who came to me in my hour of need. You know, so we're not alone. We go through trauma, and we're not, none of us are alone.
Right.
Most of us fail to realize that
Right.
because we're lost in
Mhm.
what we're dealing with. But
Well, I mean, yeah. And on a personal level, I mean, I've not experienced tragedy like that, and I pray and pray that I don't, because it's
Yeah.
something, it's horrible. But I have been in, you know, the wife and I have been in situations financially that, you know, holy crap, what are we going to do? Okay, now I need to shift this and move that and try to work this out. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes money. Just enough
yeah,
to get us over the hump, or get us that, you know, everything is okay for that time. But I mean, it's really odd and eerie how that happens, because it happened to us more than once.
mm-hmm.
You know, somebody's seriously looking out for us, because in that financial time of need, all of a sudden there's, you know, what we need to get by.
And you know, people think the things that I just described and what you described as paranormal things because they are out of the norm. But
right.
really, I think it probably happens a lot, and we just don't realize it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think people without our background as far as in paranormal and ufology, and have that in the back of our heads. I just hit myself in the head. Are you kidding me? Have that in the back of our head, like always looking for that one thing paranormal in the situation. You know, something like you said, above the normal. And I think for people that aren't in our shoes, or as investigators of anything, fail to realize that. You know, except for, I mean, and this is, I don't want to offend anybody, except for, you know, holy roller, you know, heavy church people. And then, you know,
Yeah,
that you know, but they notice that,
yeah,
and that's their faith, and that's what gives them that eye-opening. Okay, now that was a little bit of a miracle, you know. So it's just interesting
yeah.
stuff, you know. And I'm getting a phone call. We're just
For
gonna
real?
say
For real.
we're just gonna
You
say
said that.
no. I know, right? What the hell?
Usually
The tables have turned.
my text would be blasting me, but it's all quiet now on the Western Front here. I'm cold though. It's cold in this room. Doggone it.
Really?
I'm
Oh, we
either
got
cold
up
or
to
I have
damn
figured out
near.
which.
We got up to damn near 90 this week.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, wow,
We're-
okay.
We're doing Indiana's thing right now. You know how we are around March Madness time.
Right. It'll
One day
snow.
it's 29 and snowing, and the next day it's 67 degrees out
Right.
here. You know,
Yeah,
your body doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, March is kind of a crazy weather month for sure. Because, yeah, like you said, it'll get warm in the middle of the month, and then here comes the
Yeah.
final four, and then you have to have that last snow shower, and then things start improving. You know?
We've been we got up to 75 about a week and a half ago. Oh my God, the kids we almost got, it was like 78. The kids in the neighborhood were out. It was crazy. All of a sudden one day all of the trees bloomed out, you know, the flowering
yeah.
ones, and then bam, You know, like 2 days later, I'm trying to find my winter coat and I'm freezing and shaking.
Right.
You can't even walk outside because it's like 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds, and then
Right.
being 30 degrees out, like you, I don't know. I just looked at the boy across the street and said, "This is why old people go to Florida."
I'm
Well, I'm
old.
starting to figure that out now.
I'm
'Cause
old.
when I was a kid, it didn't bother
Right.
me in the least.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now when I go outside and that cold air hits my muscles, everything just cinches up, and it's like, what the? Oh, I
Right.
can't move.
I think what I hated most was the dryness on the inside of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd go outside and your nose would start running, and then the boogers would freeze to your face.
I hate touching anything and getting electrocuted because of
Yeah.
all the dryness.
Yeah.
Good Lord, I couldn't. I always have to buy leather seats in my cars. I can't buy
Mhm.
cloth seats because if I do, when I get out of the car and I grab a shopping cart, I get
Your ass is getting
literally
fried.
electrocuted. You can hear the snap and
Right.
arc. It's so insane.
I,
I'm afraid I'll blow my car up when I go to get gas. So I just spring for the extra money
Right.
and get the leather seats.
right. Now I remember. Did I tell you that? When was it? No, August, no, September, October, November, early December, maybe. We had a bad windstorm and broke a limb off of the tree, and it crashed in our back window
Yeah.
of
yeah.
our car. Did I tell you that? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty awesome winds there. Right now, what we're dealing with down here though is pollen.
Oh, I know.
Dude.
My girlfriend's kids live in South Carolina, and they showed me a video where they had to hose their cars off,
Yeah.
and the water was yellow.
Yes.
Ooh.
Exactly. When I get in the car and go pick her up from work, I'll pull out of the driveway and I'll start to go up the road, and you can see the pollen roll up the window.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I would die. There's no way I could live in that. I would be like those Japanese people that walk around with a mask on their face all the time. That would be me. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm telling you, it's a good damn thing that I don't have allergies like that. Yeah, or Deanna, because we'd be in a world of hurt.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta take Zyrtec year round.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm allergic to stuff that.
Mhm.
Okay, who's allergic to? I bought it for paranormal reasons, and it does come in kind of handy. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I really take it with me when I travel because traveling. Can
Right.
be
You got some travel coming up here shortly, don't you? Didn't I hear you say something?
Actually, I'm not. I'm going. I got invited to. I got asked to go to Eureka Springs in 3 weeks to
Okay.
fill in somebody who had a medical problem and couldn't be at the conference, and I had to turn it down because I myself am in kind of a medical quandary at the moment. I wouldn't be ready, but. They then asked me if I would be interested in going to Eureka Springs to the big UFO conference there next April. And it's
Okay.
going to be their 30th anniversary. And I accepted. So I'm excited to say I'm going to go to Eureka Springs and speak. And it's going to be so much fun.
Wow.
Eureka Springs is gorgeous.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
great,
You
too.
you've been there before though.
This will be my third time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get asked to speak fairly consistently in half of the last 30 years, 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time I turn it down, but every now and then I feel a compulsion to say yes. For some reason or another, I feel I need to always got a connection with that place.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. I'm actually thinking about trying to book a room at the Crescent Hotel for a night while I'm there because the conference where I'll be speaking, usually it's been anyway, a hotel just down the street from the Crescent.
Mm-hmm.
And the Crescent is one of the top 10 haunted hotels in the country.
Yeah.
And I have had I've been the good fortune to have been in it and spent some time in it the last time I went down there, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And we had some really cool K2 stuff. And so I might inquire about maybe spending the night, getting some people to go in with me and get a room there for the night and see what happens.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Eureka Springs UFO conference has been going on for over 30 years now. It's one of the oldest and one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a chance to go, I highly recommend it.
I don't know that I would be I mean, maybe later down the road I might be able to.
Yeah, we're talking about a year
Yeah.
from April, so there's
Yeah,
plenty
yeah.
of time. And keep up with us and our website, and I'll put a little something on there about that.
Okay.
As I get more deets in the coming months, I'll share it with everybody.
Yeah.
But
Be sure to register your copy of
Jeez,
Sam.
oh Pete. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Got to have it for the
Extra
encounter.
difficulties.
Please register your blah, blah, blah.
Goodness, I mean, you could go. We could go to and talk about things together too. Because I talk about the paranormal stuff now as much as I do UFO stuff. Because it's a part of my life, and it's a part. I think they're all connected. So
Yeah. Yeah,
for
I
sure,
think so.
I know they're
Well-
all connected. I'm just I haven't figured it out exactly why, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm messing up the video. These guys are hitting me up.
Oh, hang with us. We're new at this, but we're going to get better, and we're going to get good. And
Well, see, this... Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll make it streamlined. We'll make this shizdizzle professional. But, yeah, I would like to do conferences and stuff. And not for... I think a lot of people that are in that circuit do it for all the wrong reasons. I think they want
Right.
to go up there and showboat and make a puff my chest and see how big and good I am.
And some people just want to be famous. And
Right,
some people
right.
think they're going to make a bunch of money doing this.
Yeah.
I got news for you. Number one, you ain't going to make a bunch of money. Sorry about your luck. Don't lose your day job.
Right.
And number two, who the hell wants to be famous for some of the stuff I've talked about? Not anybody I know who has any sense. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do it because I feel a compulsion to help other people who've had weird experiences and don't quite know what to do with it in their life.
Well,
I've been
yeah, I mean,
fortunate,
I
you
don't
know.
I don't want to be famous. I mean, I've been told that everyone knows who I am, and that's fine.
Ain't
But
that special?
I don't want to hey, since you know me, maybe you can get blah blah blah. I don't
Right.
give a shit about that. I would just enjoy going and talking about this stuff with people.
Oh yeah.
Just for the simple fact of let's have a big old long conversation. It just so happens that I have a microphone and I'm talking to you.
And I'll tell
You
you
know?
another thing about those conferences. I enjoyed going to them, not being a speaker and just going.
Mhm.
First of all, I learned a lot. I got a lot of information. Some of it was a little weird. Some of it, you take what you can absorb, and then you leave behind what you can't
Right.
wrap your head around at the time. But you learn a lot of stuff. And the best part are the people that you meet. You always meet the most fascinating, interesting people on the planet. And they're 99.9% of them are good people. They're not crazies. I mean, in 30 years, I could probably count on 1.5 hands the number of truly mental cases I've met. And you just meet the most wonderful people, and it just enriches me so much. I've made lifelong friends.
Mm-hmm.
You bond
Yeah.
with these people in a way, and it's just amazing. So I think you'd really like it. You'd really love it, and you come away from them feeling so excited and open. Your mind gets opened
Yeah,
up.
you're
more.
energized.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You feel so energized, and you're ready to just go on.
Yeah.
It's just great. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
That would be awesome. And like I said, I mean, I think I would just like to go and just run my mouth about ghosts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I would really like to do.
Well,
but-
I'll definitely be talking to my friends up there before then, and we'll see what happens. But it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't do this very often.
Right.
I'm still pining for a good investigation. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I know. You'll have to come down to Florida when we get down there. We'll go find a place.
So when are you moving?
We're planning on moving June. Our lease is up. We have to be out of here by the 31st of June. So hopefully what we're planning on doing is having everything squared away. So, we just head down that way. And
You know what town you're headed to?
We're looking in the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Newport Richey, Port Richey, Holiday, and Largo area. So basically, that little dangly piece that hangs off of Florida.
All my grandkids are
the
down there,
Gulf side.
and we might be down there in October for some family things. So
Nice.
that would be cool. Maybe
Yeah.
we can meet you up there.
I do know that the Don Cesar there on near St. Pete Beach is extremely haunted. It's the Pink Hotel down there on the Gulf side. And right off of that, there's an old military bunker that you can sometimes go out to. But they have tours and stuff. But, I'm going to look up somebody, a group or somebody down there. I'm sure there's somebody down there that's pretty credible and is looking for an investigator. So, I kind of miss the investigations. But honestly, it's been kind of a nice little break not having to, deal with Dom.
I know, and there's whole
You know what I
lot
mean?
of
I mean, there was, especially the first dealing with it for the first 5 months down here. The going tos, never following throughs. I did contact though a group down here that if we were staying, I would probably get in with them. Some of the stuff and evidence that they've collected down here is pretty cool. Eventually, we'll see if they want to come on and talk a little bit about it on the show. Also, there's a group in Kentucky used to be part of Crystal's group.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of branched off. They said they want to come on the show and chit chat with us as well. What was
That'd be
that?
awesome. I have no idea. What I heard that come through my headphones. It sounded like. Did we just catch an EVP?
It was Deanna scooting a chair across the floor.
Dadgummit.
I was like, what the hell?
You know what? Though, but you know what? I've had that happen before.
We've had that happen before.
Recording a show and
Yeah.
actually caught an EVP come through the mic and heard it on the headphones and it recorded, but it wasn't in the room.
What was it? How do you like your punch?
I love EVPs.
Right? That's what it is. Deb said something about drinking a beer before one of the shows. I guess it was, you know what? Honestly, that was almost 7 years ago. Six years ago. Yeah, that was almost 6 years ago that we got that. But Deb and I were getting ready to do a show, and she's like, well, let me get a sip of my beer before we get going. So she went to do that, and we got the EVP. He's like, how did you like your punch? Or I hope you like your punch, or something like that. I can't remember. And, the things, and as soon as the intro's done, we're like, oh my God, did you hear that? Oh my God, did you hear that? So yeah, we had to play that back, but it was crazy. It's like,
I
just
love it when
doing
that
shows.
thing. I love it when that kind of stuff happens.
Right.
I love it.
Right. Well, I went to the store last night, and Deanna said she was laying here in bed, and it sounded like somebody was rolling a metal trash can down the street. So, my thought process is there's got to be a lot of ghosts around the area that just they make noise. But it's weird, Sometimes being outside, you get a weird eerie feeling. And it's kind of hard to put your finger on. Well, here anyway.
Yeah. But I was watching that Paranormal Lockdown, and the thought occurred to me, you and I could do a show like that. That would be so
Oh, hell
much
yeah.
fun.
Right?
I mean, and
We could.
we're so much funnier than those two. I love
We're-
Josh Gates, but he has moved away from paranormal more.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Just weird stuff.
He's doing that Indiana Jones stuff.
Yeah, which
You know.
is cool, and I just love him. He's funny and everything, but he's
You just think
not
he's
really-
hot.
Yeah, he's not paranormal. Well, yeah, he is. I can't help it. I got an eye for a good-looking guy.
That's funny.
I'm old and married. I'm not dead and buried. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
messed up. Yeah, this is what you guys see and hear usually when we're doing our show is a lot more tame
Oh,
Then-
Lordy, yeah.
than how it really is.
I work in a factory. I
Yeah.
cuss like a sailor. I'm just saying.
I don't work in I used to work in a factory, and I do cuss like a sailor. So,
Arrgh.
arg, mother, what? Oh, shut your mouth.
But yeah, I'm not your typical grandma. I'm sorry,
Right.
kids. You know, I love baking Christmas cookies and wrapping presents and doing grandma-y things with my babies. But when I'm with my friends,
Y'all,
what?
yeah, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't
No.
even know. You know what I was thinking about? I'm seeing a lot of things out, and for you guys in the Midwest, if you get a chance, go to Atlanta, Indiana, to the Rhodes Hotel and go check
Oh
them
my
guys
gosh,
out.
yes.
They have a lot of stuff going on. It seems like this spring. I know Keith Age and a couple of his people are going up there for an event in April. But I mean, I don't know what someone put a fire under them because they're having events left and right up there, which is good for them. Like, I mean, they're
Yeah.
getting money in there.
And that paranormal group that bought that house, that
Right.
hotel and took it over, they've done absolutely amazing
Oh, yeah.
things to that place,
Yeah.
restoring it. Kudos to them. Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just tickled to death for them.
Well, I mean, think about this. I mean, all the places that we've gone to that we've had to pay to get into, that the money that we pay, goes to donations to the house or to the prison or to the, whatever, for restoration purposes. That's really the only place that I have been into so far that when they say that the money that you give us, we turn around and put it back into the place and getting it to that time period of the Victorian type
Yeah.
feel. And I mean, I've been in some shithole places, sorry guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have been in some places that, you just have, you have 30 people in here and you charge $75 a pop for these 30 people to come in here. But the money's not going back into the joint or it'd be in better shape.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
So,
Absolutely.
I mean, that's one thing I can say about the Rhodes Hotel, man. They're doing a good job up there, and the place is worth checking out. We went there one time. Actually, Deb and I have been there a couple times. The first time was kind of a Charlie Foxtrot. Didn't get anything, hardly anything. But the lady that was there, which is one of the crackpot people that I would put on my list, she had this little demon baby from some freaking movie that she was. Oh, I was just gonna put this in a corner to see if I could scare you guys. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Really?
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, I know.
Let me smack
Shut
you in the
the
head with
front
my
door,
flashlight. But we were there, and I think that we played the EVP that we got from there, the one with Jason, where the little girl ran by his head, and he's like, I'm a little freaked out. And
You
freaked
could hear
out.
the footsteps running down the hall.
Yeah, the pitter patter of feet. Well, that's the same location. I mean, Deb and I were in what they call the preacher's room, is at the top of the stairs, end of the hallway to the left, and we walked out of that room, and the door slammed on us.
Yes, for real.
For real.
And
I
it's
mean,
like, well, then there was no wind,
No,
breeze, nothing.
no, and I'm one to say, okay, now there's a breeze, the windows are open. That's the wind caused that. I mean, I'm not one, and neither is Deb, to jump to the conclusion of, hey, it's instantly paranormal. Oh my God, it's a ghost. Woo!
Yeah,
No,
always
I mean,
look
why
for
did it happen?
the rational explanation. You rule everything out.
So yeah,
Don't.
and hey, door slam, blah blah blah. Well, it's the wind. Well, there's no wind. There's like zero wind. Okay, I mean, there's no. And then you've got, what's that down the hall? What's that down the hall? What's that down the hall? I don't know. Go look.
Yeah,
You know,
look.
get out of
What
my-
are you scared of? If you're a
Right.
scaredy cat, then go home because you're in the
Right.
wrong place. You want to be a paranormal investigator when you're a big pussy. Grow some balls, dude.
Balls up.
Balls up, man.
No, I mean, that's one thing that I told.
Balls up.
Right. Wait, what? That's one thing I told when I first started a team in 2006. I've been doing this for 10 years now. 10 years. That's amazing to me. It just blows my mind. But anyway, when I first started a team in 2006, I told everybody, it's like, look, everyone knows my predicament. I mean, I am paralyzed in my left leg from my knee down, basically. I have back problems. I don't run. So if you're too scared, we're going to buddy up 2 by 2. We're going to buddy up. But if you don't think you can handle this shit, then you need to tell me now, because I'm not going to run away from it. I'm going to have to hobble forward to see what the hell is going on. And that's something that, and I've got to give props to Jason for that, because he had never been on an investigation before, talking about the Rhodes Hotel.
Right.
You know, he could have seriously just dropped, you know, Dookie in his pants and ran on out because he was scared. I mean, his face, I swear to God, Deb, are you looking at me on video?
I can't see you. All I
If
see
you go
is
if you go on the webpage, you can see the YouTube stream on the webpage. But anyway, I mean, his face is just like, and you'll see the video later, so you'll see it and you'll be like, "Yep, that's how it was."
Yep. I remember.
Yeah.
His eyeballs were big as quarters.
Yeah, they were, and he's a
Not
quiet
too big.
demeanor guy. You know, he's kind of laid back. He's more
He
laid
was
back.
definitely freaked out.
He was freaked the hell out, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Can somebody come and get me?"
And I'm just kind of giggling, like,
Right.
yeah, this is awesome entertainment.
You know, and I've never. You hear, I mean, because everyone likes to glorify the demonic or the malicious and whatnot because that's what they think people want to hear. And the only thing that I can say is, you know, I don't want to see that. I don't want to have anything to do with
truthfully,
that.
That is very, very rare.
Mm-hmm.
That is very, very rare.
And it is. I mean, you hear about people getting scratched and bit and pushed
And that doesn't
pulled.
necessarily even mean it's demonic.
Right.
That just might be an asshole
Right,
spirit.
right.
I mean, people that were assholes when
Yeah.
they're alive are going to be assholes when they're dead.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way it is. Death doesn't make you a better person.
right.
So
So
that doesn't mean it's demonic.
Right, exactly. And, you know, we've been on a lot of investigations together, and everything has been pretty, you know, laid back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that people are getting into the glorification of ghost hunting because they think that, you know, they're going to run across some, you know, 1984 poltergeist shit.
Yeah, and there's a
You
lot
know?
of thrill seekers out there.
Yeah,
Just young
yeah.
people that just like an adrenaline rush.
Right.
You know, they like getting goosebumps and getting all freaked out and screaming and running like a bunch of girls. You know,
Right,
they
right.
like that.
You know, okay, perfect example, Bobby Mackey's. I just ran across that CD. I have all the evidence on that in my desk drawer. But I mean, they're
I
like
remember.
portal to hell, portal to hell. Oh, Bobby Mackey's portal to hell. Ah.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? We were there for a long
I
time.
could spend the night
We were-
there. It wouldn't bother me.
Right, we were almost there for a really long time because
I know.
somebody's truck
That's my car.
SUV broke down. But you guys, if you that son of a bitch died, and Deb's face turned white, and she's like, "Fudge," but she didn't say fudge,
Favorite Christmas TV.
right? She said F dash dash dash.
The mother of all cuss words.
I was like, "Oh shit, we're stuck down in Newport, Kentucky. We're a long ways from freaking home for this truck to be jacked." But, You know, we were in there and we got some damn good evidence out of
I
it.
know, we did.
And nothing was terribly
I get-
scary.
You know,
Nothing
no,
was.
that picture I got of that guy standing at the pool table, like
Yeah.
half of the guy.
No, he
But
was.
I
It was
have a
sitting in a
picture-
chair.
I have a
Yeah.
picture of a half a dude
Yeah.
standing by the pool table. But the whole time I was in there, I never felt threatened.
No.
I never felt, afraid. I felt like I was being watched.
Oh yeah.
I felt like there was a lot of curiosity around
Mhm.
who we were, who I was, and I felt like I was being watched. But I never felt afraid. Not for
In the
a
toilet.
minute.
in the freaking toilet. I gotta pee. So I go over to the bathroom, and the entire time I'm in there, somebody is watching me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was it a peephole, glory hole there or something? I don't know.
I don't know. I felt the same way when I went to the bathroom, and it
Right.
was so intense that I'm like, well, I want you to take a picture. It lasts longer.
Right.
You having
where
fun.
else?
Sorry, I got to pee. That's
Right.
what happens when you're not dead.
Right.
You still have to pee
No.
and stuff. So.
And someplace I really miss too is the Crump.
Oh,
Now,
I love the crump.
The
crump
basement
is
was
the
a
awesome place.
POS place to be.
God. Now there's a place that, they charge you a lot of money, but I didn't. How many times did I go there? And I never really.
It was
saw
only
a lot.
$20 a head.
$20 a head, but how many people went in there? And I never really
Yeah.
saw any improvement from one.
Yeah, well,
Next.
the last time that we were there, There was, because they had an actual guy.
Well, I wasn't there then. When we
Right.
went.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But the same thing happened. I went to the bathroom there.
Yeah.
In the men's bathroom, though, there's a maintenance closet. When you walk into the door and you have to take an immediate left because there's a closet door there that has all their cleaning stuff in it, and then go to the bathroom. So I'm in there doing my junk, come out and I'm washing my hands, right?
Thank you. Yay. I'm glad you wash your hands after you do your junk.
Well, germies. And and that maintenance door swings open and hits the wall.
Ooh, snap.
Well, I'm in there. So the majority of all the physical paranormal stuff that I've come across in my 10 years of doing this has been bathroom experiences.
It's kind of creepy.
I know, right?
Because sometimes I wonder, like I've said before, I know more dead people than living.
Mhm.
Do they actually see me when I'm in the bathroom or when I'm having sex or other private things like that?
Now,
And
see,
I'm like, hell, now I'm never going to be able to do any of that again.
I have to believe that there is some other world rules.
There got to be some kind
that
of
when you
boundaries,
start when you start
Oh,
taking off your clothes, they
Oh.
have to vacate.
Yep. Oh, come on. Time
Right?
to move on. Leave
Right.
it alone. I don't know. I guess I'll find out someday.
Right.
Or maybe they're so when you lose your body, you lose all that physical, and you get more ethereal and rise above all that physicalness, and then you look down upon it as
I hope not.
bless their hearts.
I hope not.
No. I don't even want to see me doing that sort of stuff. So Lord have mercy.
I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to see that shit.
Just say no.
Lord have back in the 70s and 80s, I had a waterbed, big king size waterbed with it had mirrors in the ceiling of the frame, and I would lay in the bed and roll over and look at that and go.
Do you know what? I wish I could show. We have a king size waterbed. And
yeah.
of course, we can't have water in it right now because, well, we're on there's a basement underneath us. So we put water in there. That son of a bitch is going to go right through because these floors are older and,
Oh yeah.
old women parts.
Trust me.
And, but yeah, and it has a mirror up in the center.
Oh, yours has one too.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it tomorrow and I'll
God.
send it to you. But so I bet money that is the same model because it has to be.
Not look at myself.
Really?
Under any circumstances, especially in those private moments. I want to see it. I just close my eyes.
Cover it.
Over my head. No, I'm all right.
Yeah, you need thumbtacks and a towel, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cover that shit up.
Oh well. So yeah, the thought of dead people watching me do that, kind of creepy, but
It's creepy to think anybody's watching you do
I
that.
know. I'm sure
You
that.
know? I mean, come on. Peeping Tom ghosts. What the hell? That shit is wrong.
It is wrong. Why did we even bring that up? What is wrong with me?
That one's all you.
So-
I was just along for the ride.
I'm so
Wait, what?
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh well.
But yeah. I mean, we've had some serious cool things that we've done, and hopefully, you can come down and visit, and we'll figure some kind of something out. And
Yeah, we got more cool things in the future to do, I'm sure.
well,
We'll just bring 'em- me and that visualization thing, wherever
Right.
you want the world and life, just live it like it's already happened and bring it into you. And
Right.
Just like that money thing.
Exactly. So, but yeah, it's the website. You guys are still under construction. It's going to be done pretty soon. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
We've got things coming up. Like I said, we got a couple groups and whatnot that want to come on and talk with us as well.
Yay!
So
Come
yeah,
and play with us.
you're right. So I got to work a little harder at trying to get some more guests for the show. But you know what? You know what's really freaky
What's that?
is that we'll do the show, and I'll get everything shut down, and I'll get everything uploaded to the Podomatic page, and the next thing I know, it's Saturday again. You know what I mean? It's like, holy
Yeah.
crap. Or it's Thursday. Or it's like, damn. Okay.
Well, I got news for you, buddy. The older you get, the faster it goes.
You shut
It's
your
like-
dirty mouth.
A snowball.
You shut your dirty mouth.
I know.
Nobody wants to hear that mess.
When you're 13, You want to be 19, 18 so bad you can taste it, and it's like every minute and every day just crawls like, and the older you get, the faster it goes until you're my age, and you're like
Would you just stop?
sticking your arms and legs out trying to hold
Right.
yourself from going through the door.
Yeah.
So,
Eh,
suck it up, Buttercup.
no.
Yeah.
Now. You've been going to the gym, though.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going back as soon as I heal.
I've gained 4 pounds since I've gone to the gym.
Of muscle?
I don't know. It's really weird.
Because muscle weighs more than fat.
I know. That's what I keep telling D.
It is. You really should not go too much by the numbers on the scales. Measure yourself. Take your
Yeah.
measurements and then chart those.
That's true. I can get rid of this, though. I finally got to the doctor and got all my meds and shit squared away.
Yeah.
And, the last
I'm
couple of
officially
days.
down 100 pounds now.
That's awesome.
I know.
I want to
isn't
be
that
down
crazy?
100.
Huh?
I want to get down, drop about 100.
I want to drop another 10, but I'm, I've been having all this surgery and I've got to get my, finally done. No
Right.
more. I have nothing left they can take out that won't kill me, so I'm done. No more. And as soon as I recover from this, it's back to the gym. And, I mean, you have to, especially when you're my age, the older you get, you have to exercise and eat right to lose weight the right way and stay healthy. Yeah, so hopefully once I get back in the gym and get me some cardio going on, I might gain a pound or two of muscle before it's over with, but then I'll still lose again.
Right.
Muscle weighs more than fat. And
Right.
you sometimes in the beginning you'll exchange
Right.
a pound of fat for a pound of muscle. And so you'll think, oh, I didn't lose anything, but you really did.
I've gained
And,
5.
and the more muscle you get, the higher your metabolism.
So I was telling the wife, I'm like, we'll go to the gym, and the next day I'm like freaking starving all the time.
Eat some protein.
I drink those protein shakes.
Oh, okay. Well, you're doing the right thing.
But
then.
I mean, I think what it is that my body is trying to regulate and get into a rhythm, and I just need to stay the course. But yeah, I was like,
Yes,
man, I
stay the
could
course.
like,
And another thing people don't realize in this country, we have such easy access to water that people in this country don't really recognize true thirst. They think they're hungry, but they're actually thirsty. And the way to figure out which is which is drink, a cup of water. And if you're still hungry in 20 minutes, then you're hungry. But
Right.
if you were thirsty, then you won't be anymore. And you should never feel thirst. If you feel thirst, then you're already on your way to being dehydrated.
right.
So, and most people in this country walk around perpetually somewhat dehydrated anyway. So drink more water.
Right.
Drink more water, and I think you'll see a difference there too.
Yeah. Well, I started keeping water in the fridge so I could have water. I hate lukewarm water. I like my water cold.
Yeah.
And so I've been.
I'll drink
keeping-
it any way it comes. Shut up.
All right. Well, on that note, we're about a quarter past the hour here on PGP Radio, and you guys are listening to Infrared. If you have any comments, suggestions, or you think you might want to come on the show and talk to us a little bit, send us an email. Staff at wait, I have an infrared email address. Stand by. I'll give you that because that's how I roll. Because I have to look at all the email addresses that we have, because we have like 2 or 3 for the station, I think, now. I hope you guys are going to see my email come up. Sweet Georgia Brown. All right, you guys can send any questions, comments, concerns if you want to come on the show and chit-chat with us. Staffmpr@gmail.com and also WPGPradio@gmail.com. And
Yeah, come on and
Yeah.
come and tell us your paranormal story. Tell us. Everybody's got a story. Everybody in the world has a story. Come and tell us yours.
that is true. And then some people don't want to talk about it because they don't think I'm crazy.
Nope, not here. You're not crazy.
Nope.
Trust me.
You want to see crazy?
I got
There's
crazy.
2
I can show
faces
you.
right here.
You are not crazy. So if you have a paranormal story or a UFO story that you want to share with somebody, drop us a line, give us a holler, and let's do it.
That is correct.
Yes.
So what we're going to do, I'm going to kill the YouTube and the Ustream broadcast. You guys come back, check us out next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the PGP Radio Network. And we hope that you've enjoyed yourself because, you know, we kind of dig what we do while we just talk to each other. And as
Yeah.
I'm closing this stuff. And, you know, we get phone calls and Skype messages and people want to talk to us on Skype. And
Good. Yeah, just come and hang out with us.
come and hang.
Yahoo.
All right. So, all right, we're out of here. You guys come back. Like I said, come back and see us. Well, we'll see you next week. Bye, Deb.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Infrared Radio here on the PGP Radio Network. Join Deb and Greg every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, WPGP Digital Radio.
Be sure to register your copy of Sam.